Ready? Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Rick. Before I speak this morning, or as I speak, I'll get our friends from the USFL to come on up. You can flank me. As we share with the public and share with the world our excitement about the city of Birmingham continuing to boost our community as a premier sports town for the region. We're very excited to be the home of the United States Football League. As you know, USFL kicks off this Saturday. And I'm delighted to declare that as USFL Day. Again, this Saturday, April 16th, will be USFL Day. The USFL has selected Birmingham, Alabama as the host city for all 8 league teams to train, as well as practice and play all 40 regular season games in Birmingham for the inaugural 2022 season. The games will be played at Protective Stadium, as well as 8 of those games will be played at the historic Legion Field. What I want to do is just share with the community my excitement. I also share the Birmingham City Council's excitement. I also want the public to know this is a classic example of a genuine partnership, not just with Fox Sports, but with all the work the City Council put in, as well as our Jefferson County Commissioners, as well as Jefferson County delegation who represents us in Montgomery, and the Conventions Bureau of Birmingham and Jefferson County. But I also want to encourage the fans. I want to encourage the fans in Birmingham and other USFL teams, cities, and across the nation to attend and promote and participate in USFL games, not only in person, but to experience our beautiful city. And so with that, I think we're also excited about the economic return and impact on our community. My favorite part is what the USFL is doing in partnering with the community. That's not just in service, but also in investing and exposing our youth to this sport and to this league. And so with that, I want Vice President of Operations for the USFL, Darryl Johnston, to speak and bring a few words on behalf of the USFL.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. It's been a great journey, and like every season, it's had its ups and downs. But you heard Mayor Woodfin talk about all the different people and entities that became a part of this journey, and they've been fantastic teammates. And if you're going to have a great team, you have to have great teammates. And in the city of Birmingham, the county, and through the state have been very supportive of what we've been trying to accomplish here. In return for that, and I know that sometimes people talk about things, but the actions maybe fall short a little bit. One of the things that the USFL was committed to was becoming a part of the Birmingham community and engaging. And with our youth clinics and our cleanup day, our players have responded to that. And sometimes we get as much or more satisfaction out of events like that than the people that we're working with in the city. So I'm really proud of how our players have embraced the city of Birmingham and shown their thanks for what this venture has done for them. We're giving them a second opportunity to continue to chase the dream of playing football in the NFL. We're just continuing to play the game that they love so much, and for them to be able to go out to Legion Field and share that passion with a number of young people here in the city of Birmingham was fantastic. They all talked about it when they got back. So it's a great relationship that I know will get stronger as we move forward. And to echo what Mayor Woodfin talked about, I do hope that fans from our other teams from around the country come down to experience Birmingham and see what the city has to offer. What you have put in place, for a mid-city here in the United States from a sports events venue is second to none. It really has the potential to be something very, very special. And not a lot of people know about that. So we encourage all of our fans from the other teams outside of Birmingham, to come down and spend a weekend here and watch some great football and experience what Birmingham has to offer. It has become one of my favorite foodie towns in the country. I'm a big foodie, and the restaurants here are fantastic. The people have been great. So from our perspective, this could not have worked out better for us. And along those lines, we would like to say thank you to the city of Birmingham. And so on Friday, around 4 locations around town, Heavenly Donuts and the Heavenly Truck, and then also Hero Donuts and Buns at 2 locations here in the city of Birmingham. We're going to have Coach Holtz and Coach Riley and a couple of our players serving coffee and donuts to say thank you to Birmingham for everything that you've done for us. So, again, looking forward to a great partnership moving forward. I've been blessed to be a part of championship teams in the NFL, and the one thing that is a common link between all of those teams were great teammates. And I think what we found here in the city of Birmingham are people that we can work with moving forward that have been great teammates and see a bigger vision than just one season for the USFL here in the city of Birmingham. So a small appreciation. Come out and have some coffee and donuts and meet Coach Holtz. He's already teasing our other coaches because he's got the home field advantage every weekend here in Birmingham, regardless if he's considered to be on the road. So please come out and join us and say hello and meet some of the guys because I know they appreciate everybody here in the Birmingham community.
So, before Brother Moose, I can say that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I can say it. The coolest Dallas Cowboy player ever. I said coolest. I can say that too.
I'll tell Emmett.
Cool.
Mayor Woodfin said so.
Yeah, you can tell. Before he leaves, if any of you all had any questions about USFL this Saturday, please.
You said it. What are your expectations going out? I know probably the Butterflies, like you guys want to put on the best show and put your best foot forward for Birmingham and the league. What are your expectations?
My expectations are high. They always are. If we don't raise to a high bar, then we're really not accomplishing what we truly can. So we will hold all parties accountable to a standard, and we know that there's going to be some bumps in the road and some gaps, that we have to fix. We saw some of those in our scrimmages that we held last week, but that was a great learning experience for everybody involved. The exciting thing for me, and I try not to talk too much about this because I don't want to dissuade people from coming to the game in person, which I think is the one thing that's going to be most enjoyable because we're going to be very creative. We're going to have a lot of access for the young kids in the stand to do some unique things at a professional sports venue and a football game. But the amount of production that we have put into the opening game on Saturday night rivals anything that Fox has done except the Super Bowl. So we have more assets in place this Saturday at Protective than they did in the championship game with the Rams versus the 49ers. And this is not just talk. Chuck McDonald is our lead producer, and Chuck was a part of the broadcast at the NFC championship game. So he knows that. So this is going to be a fantastic production. We're bringing revolutionary technology into the coverage of our games. We're bringing the fans access as viewers at home to see that, and that's why we wanted to match that with access at the stadium itself with what we're doing pregame. So whether you decide to stay at home and watch it on TV or you come out in person, which we encourage you to do, it's going to be an experience unlike what you've seen at a traditional NFL venue because of the access that we're going to provide and grant.
Can you tell them about the history being made since 1967?
Yeah, so this is really interesting. People will talk about what we see as the future of the USFL moving forward. And the one thing that the USFL has that other leagues trying to start this venture on spring football did not have is the network partners that we're working with. So on Saturday, as Mayor Woodfin pointed out, for the first time since Super Bowl I, the game will be simulcast on 2 networks. When I think of football in the NFL, watching it and consuming it on television, I think of America's Game of the Week on Fox, and I think of Sunday Night Football on NBC. And we're going to have both of those networks producing our games and distributing that out to the fans. So it's going to be unbelievable. It's historical. I mean, as the mayor pointed out, this is the first time in 55 years, we're going to be able to have a simulcast of the games. So. Not just historic for our venture to start here in year 1 in 2022 with the city of Birmingham, but really historic when you talk about the actual game of football being broadcast on television.
Anybody else got a question for USFL?
I think we're good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You got to stay for the rest.
Yeah. So everybody, I have one more important note as we'll get our technical stuff straight. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Yeah, Mr. CEO, Jay, come on up. Good to see you. You all right? Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you too, man. This is conspiracy today.
It's very good.
No, it's cool. Make it work. You good? All right. All right, again, good morning, everybody. I have one more important note as we continue to talk about major sporting events in our community and city. Today marks 86 days. We are 86 days out until the World Games. The city of Birmingham and staff, but partners as well, are working very hard with the World Games Committee, as well as our federal, state, and local partners, to make sure that when the world comes to our great city, they will have an unforgettable Magic City experience in all aspects. But over the coming weeks and months, what we want to do is to continue to provide important information and update for everyone to be prepared and enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime moment for our city. I think one of the most important things I would like to stress as mayor is that we are committed to having a very safe event for the people of our city, athletes, and visitors. The key word there is safe. And so in that vein, because of the type of event this is, you will see security efforts unlike anything we've ever seen at a sporting or entertainment event in our city. I've asked the World Games 2022 CEO Nick Sellers, as well as COO Jay Caston, as well as Patrick Davis, Special Agent in charge of the Secret Service of Birmingham, to join us this morning for a briefing on our partnership and planning related to our keeping our city and our visitors and athletes safe. With that, Nick, I'll let you go first.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everybody. 86 days away from an opportunity to really witness history, and so much great work from Mayor Woodfin, the council, all of our partners at the city, the county, and the state to prepare for this moment. It's going to be an historic moment, really a moment for families from around the Southeast and around the world to enjoy a special experience. But with great benefits comes some responsibility, and this opportunity to have a Tier 1 security level rating with unified command of all of our law enforcement across the state and across the United States, led under Special Agent Patrick Davis from our Secret Service, will provide the most safe atmosphere that we can imagine, a Super Bowl level, a national championship football game level of security, safe atmospheres at all of our venues in and around the city center for our fans. It also means we have to make sure we communicate well and that all of our fans and residents and neighbors in Birmingham and around the state and around the country know what to expect, which is what you would expect if you were going to a national championship football game or an SEC championship football game for that matter. The magnetometers that you know you have to go through and the policies on clear bags and things of that nature. Again, it won't be overburdensome, but these are things that we have to do to ensure that we have a very safe event for 11 days as we welcome the world to our great city. And Mayor, we can't thank you enough, thank our team enough, our CEO, Jay Caston, and all of our members of our Birmingham Organizing Committee for their great work. Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you now, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Nick. And listen, before the Special Agent in charge of Secret Service, Zach Davis, comes up of Birmingham, I do want to reiterate what Nick Sellers, CEO of World Games, has said. There will be some things we have to do to make sure everyone's safe. Some of the same things we have to do at airports and other things of that nature when we are wanting to keep everybody safe. So with that, I want to give Zach Davis an opportunity to speak to the public.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Just to echo what Nick has said, the mayor as well, we're 86 days out from opening ceremonies for the World Games. The eyes of the world will be on the city of Birmingham, the state of Alabama, and the good citizens here. And we want to put our best foot forward. And in doing so, it is our responsibility from a security standpoint is to ensure the safety and security of the games, the patrons, and the athletes who are coming from over 120 countries from around the world. As Nick mentioned, this is a Tier 1 rated event. It's one step below a national special security event. With that being said, A Tier 1 event just essentially means that there is extensive interagency federal support. We're working with our state and local partners. They are, in a sense, responsible for the security plan for the World Games. It is my responsibility as a federal coordinator and my team to ensure that they have the capabilities in the event that they found gaps in their security plan to ensure that they get the assets and resources needed to see to it that it remains secure through the duration. That being said, I'd be happy to take any questions.
I guess, what is one thing that the citizens, local citizens can do to help you guys out? Or something that you would have asked us to do that might be something easy we didn't think about, maybe we could help you guys out?
It is something that you're going to see leading up to the World Games in the days and weeks and months ahead. It's as simple as see something, say something. With the events that are unfolding this morning in New York City, is that type of incident that we're trying to prevent by putting this coordination team together and putting a security plan in place. So we want to ensure that if you see something, say something, report it to your local law enforcement officers.
Because Birmingham is going to be put on this national platform, right, on this week, what are you all looking for? Are you searching social media at all to see for any warnings, anything that could be scary? What are you guys looking at?
Given the fact that this is an international event, we work very closely with our partners from Department of Justice, the FBI specifically. We do receive intelligence bulletins. Without going into too much detail, there are techniques that we use in order to monitor the daily events around the world to ensure the safety of the games here.
Mayor, how much, I guess, with Birmingham Police, obviously with the federal, you know, they have their agents that are gonna come in, how much is the Birmingham Police gonna be involved in this?
The Birmingham Police Department will be involved 100%. One of our deputy chief of police, Mike. Look at me, my brain. Thank you. Thank you for the law.
You got to say.
Sometimes I stand before y'all. The words don't come out of my mouth. Yeah. No, Deputy Chief Pickett is working in hand-in-hand coordination with Zach Davis here. I think they talk a minimum of several times a day.
Yes, sir. It's true.
And so there is ample coordination, again, with our federal and our federal partner and BPD. So, hope I answered that question.
I'd follow up with that. I mean, I know there's a staffing issue. How's the department doing in regards to making sure that officers are not stressed? You know, it's a long week to be doing this.
It is. As stated, we're several days away from the games. Separate from the games, as an administration and supporting our officers, we continue to do everything we can to make sure they have the resources they need to be out here every single day. In addition to that, Interim Chief Thurman is working very hard with his leadership team on recruitment. And separate from that, we continue to engage all of our employees in a way to say thank you. I think leading up to these games, our officers will be well prepared. It won't just be our federal partners. We'll be working with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. We'll be working with other departments, as far as police departments within Jefferson County and the region. We're working with the state as well. So there's an ample coordinated effort here. We feel very capable and confident that our BPD and others will be able to execute on keeping our people safe.
And sorry. I was going to say, you know, we'll obviously have to go through metal detectors, especially at the stadiums, but what does security look like in other places like the City Block, where people will be exploring these restaurants? Will we be seeing, you know, people out there keeping us safe?
The best way to relate the World Games is, as Nick mentioned earlier, is like going to a Super Bowl. Now think about this. A Super Bowl is one event that happens over a period. They have a number of events that happen over a period of about 2 or 3 days leading up to the big game, correct? This is 24 Super Bowls happening over a 10-day span. So security is imperative. The largest footprint you're going to see, I believe, is going to be in the Uptown area, outside Protective Stadium. There is a significant security presence that will be in place. We're in the process of finalizing those details as we speak, and that communication will be pushed out in the days and weeks ahead with respect to road closures, detours, the bag policy, magnetometers. But I can assure you it is all for a good reason. We are doing the best we can to impact minimally the citizens in the Uptown area, the downtown area, to ensure that they can get to and from work, to and from their homes, and that they have a safe route to get to and from the games.
2 more questions, everybody.
Let me make a comment real quick on that, please, if I may. Because Special Agent Davis really made a good point. If you're like me and you're hearing the opportunity, this notion of a lot of security in and around these venues, obviously my head goes to quickly, oh my gosh, what about parking and transportation? Let me assure you, all of our friends, all of our fans, all of our spectators, this. We are going to be rolling out a comprehensive transportation plan, public transportation plan, principally in and around the downtown area. A new way of thinking in terms of how we get around from our entertainment districts like Lakeview, 2nd Avenue Entertainment District, Railroad Park, to our sporting venues and back to our vehicles. Very easy, very safe, 2 loops, a World Games Express East and a World Games Express West. More to come on that very soon. But suffice to say that, along with the BJCTA and rideshare programs, we're going to make this very easy to get to these venues, get to the entertainment districts, have a nice meal with your family and your friends, and get back home safely. And in other venues in and around the Birmingham area, where parking may be easier, like Oak Mountain, like the Hoover Met, like the International Barber Motorsports Park. Again, we'll have signage and make it very easy in terms of parking to get in and out for your family and your friends. So I want to reassure you, is it going to be safe? Absolutely. That is a commitment that this whole community is making. We're going to do our very best, and we have the best in the business working on it. Is it going to be easy to get to the venues and get out? Yes. We will have a comprehensive plan, including micromobility and ride shares, that will make it very easy to get to the venues and get back to your vehicles.
Well, look, actually, that's a very great place to end. Doesn't get any better than that. Thank y'all. See you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank y'all.
We appreciate